Hi everyone, it is Thursday, November 20th, about 6 o'clock at night. I gotta make this fast because my friend's coming over to teach me how to cook eggs. Yay! I just finished my first gluten-free, dairy-free meal. I've been kind of snacking on my gluten-free options, but it was not terrible. Just a little bland. But I usually eat bland anyways, so I think it's fine. I decided to do gluten-free after my bad day, Tuesday. I just, I need to do everything that I can to help things along. If the medication isn't helping, that I need to do my due diligence. So Tuesday was a bad day, like my last video showed. The night was okay. I didn't go to dance. I kind of just kept to myself. I don't even remember at this point. I was in such a wreck. Maybe just watch TV. I really don't remember what I did. Oh, I went to Zumba. I went to Zumba, and I made it through the class, but dance does make me happy. Everyone knows that, but I couldn't stop thinking about just not being there. And this one sweet, amazing girl that just started coming a few months ago, she's like, if I'm the only one here tonight, I want you to go home, because she watched the bad video before she got there. So that was really sweet of her. But I did have a few more people show up, so just told them, look, I have this condition, and I'm just gonna do low impact, and the choreography, and do your thing. And they did, and I was still sweating, and I didn't work half as hard as I usually do, so that was okay. By the time I got home, I was just so exhausted that I went to bed. And then Wednesday morning, said to myself, it's a new day. Said to myself, Tuesday night, tomorrow's a new day. It's a new day. Take the new day. Take it and run with it. And so Wednesday morning, I woke up and got ready, showered, did my hair, let it sit there, brushed it, and did my makeup and got dressed and went to the kitchen and had my breakfast, and everything seemed normal. And then I went to go make my lunch for the day, and I didn't have any snacks to put in my lunch. So I kind of was, hectically looking around, and the fruit that I had that I could eat had gone bad, and the vegetables I had that I could eat had gone bad, and I didn't have any, because I'd chosen the night before that I wanted to try gluten-free. I didn't really have much of anything. I had crackers and I had a fruit cup, and I had my lunch, and I'm like, that is not enough for the whole day, of 8.5 hours of being at work. And I just lost it, completely lost it. And I thought that I would be okay Wednesday. I woke up with positive spirits, and that one little thing of not having a snack to bring to work for that day put me into a frenzy. I was a wreck, and I only remember ever being a wreck like that once before in my entire life. And woke my husband up. He works late shift, so he was up till 2 a.m. So I woke him up much earlier than he's used to, and I said to him, before I'd even started crying, I said, I'm gonna have another breakdown, because he wasn't there the night before when I had a breakdown. He was working, and I just lost it, and I cried for hours, and I'm not exaggerating. I cried for hours, and huge, hyperventilating, crying, and every time I'd stop, I'd start again. And I'll give you a bit of a background. I've already mentioned a couple times that I went through my weight loss, and the hardest part for me about the weight loss was the food. And so I knew when I got this that I was going to break down about food. I knew I was going to, but I'd been doing so fine. Anyway, so back when I went to go lose weight, I said to myself, it was just one random day, I said to myself, it hit me. I had to lose weight and I had to do it now. So I don't know if we went grocery shopping that day or that weekend, but we went right away. And I was, getting healthier options and lower caloric intake options. And I broke down at the grocery store, cried, and was so mad at my husband, of course, for no reason. Just because this is my choice, and this is the way I was going to be living, and it was my choice, and I broke down, and all because of food. So as soon as this happened, I had a feeling that because of food, I would break down. But this whole time, I've just been eating what I have, and I've been eating, checking my list of things I can eat, and, just from reading online, and I've been doing that really well. And obviously, every day is good and every day is bad. It depends on the day, and I don't know what is making it good and I don't know what's making it bad, and that's one of the biggest frustrations. I've been doing my poop log, but I can't tell how long after I've eaten something I'm reacting to it, and with how fast my digestion's going and everything's coming out, it could be something I've eaten in 20 minutes, it could be something I ate 8 hours ago. So the poop log's done nothing for me, and I need obviously doctor recommendation for that, and I haven't gotten it. So Wednesday, I just kept thinking I don't have anything to eat. And so my husband said, you can't go to work like this. So even though my illness was bad yesterday, my mental state was worse. And so I didn't necessarily call in sick, but I called in crazy. And if my husband's ever wanted to date a crazy girl, he got one yesterday, because I was insane. Everything was hopeless and nothing made sense, and I had to cry for a couple hours before I could even go online, because he was really calm and really reassuring, and said to me, well, we're going to try that gluten-free option. And so he's looking online, what is gluten? So that was the first thing he Googled, and from there, like I said in my other video, when I find my triggers, it is a lot easier to eat these this way, so I'm looking at all my options, because now not only is it am I trying gluten-free, but I'm also avoiding all of those other things that I have to avoid for ulcerative colitis or colitis. So that's, I'm really limited. And I did look into the paleo diet, because I found a couple articles where people really benefited from the paleo diet, and half of what people eat on paleo I can't eat. So I felt like I would be even more restricted doing that. So I figured I'll choose gluten-free, probably try it for about a month, depending on what the dietitian says. I'm still hoping I get some sort of knowledge from the dietitian meeting tomorrow morning, but if I don't, then I'm doing enough research, and now I'm trying different things, and hopefully that helps. So first day gluten-free was yesterday and today, and I haven't really experienced a huge difference, except my very first poo this morning after I woke up. I had one in the middle of the night, of course, but the first one after I woke up, there was no blood, and that was a huge shock, because I haven't had no blood for weeks and weeks and weeks. So that was really good. It more than made up for it throughout the day. I definitely had a lot of blood still, but that first one this morning I didn't, and I think that says something. So hopefully that's a step in the right direction. I know I sound like a broken record every time I do this. I say a lot of the same things over and over. So my breakdown yesterday, I was still focusing on learning and getting knowledge about gluten-free, and my husband and I went grocery shopping to get gluten-free options, and I haven't gotten rid of anything in my kitchen yet, because I'm waiting for that dietitian appointment. But as soon as I have that appointment, I've got to get rid of everything in the house that I can't have. My husband keeps saying he's going to eat it all, but I don't want it here. So I made myself a list of things that I can have, and I'm going to put it on the fridge so that there's no muss, there's no fuss. It's just written right out for me, right in plain sight. This is what I can have, and no questions asked. So yesterday we worked on happy. I really need to work on happy, because obviously after my breakdown Tuesday and my breakdown yesterday morning, I need some happy. And we all know, for those of you who've been watching all my videos, I have been very positive. I was positive even before I went to the walk-in clinic the first night. I've been positive. And so I know I got a lot of people start messaging me after my video Tuesday saying, you know, don't let this beat you, and don't let this beat you. And I'm not going to let it beat me. I know that I'm not going to let it beat me. I can't let it beat me. It's not possible. But I need to get it out. And these videos have helped, so that I can organize my thoughts and get everything out here and talk about it like it's something that is real. It's something that's happening. But those emotions may be something that I have been holding in. Like I said, I have been crying a whole lot. But had I been talking about it when I was crying, or had I just cried and just went on my merry way? And I think that's what I was doing. And so I need to cry and feel. This is how I'm feeling right now. I am angry. I am upset. I am so frustrated. And I hate, not my life, but I hate right now. And I need to feel that. And I need to accept that so that I can move on. And so Tuesday and Wednesday were those days for me. And 2 days out of 4 weeks is perfectly fine with me. If I need another day next week, I'm going to take another day, because my mental state is, as much as I'm, you know, ailing from my stomach and my intestines, as much as I'm struggling with that, I'm struggling mentally to accept and deal with this. So to me, my mental health is just as important right now as my actual physical health. So yesterday we, you know, got all the gluten-free options, and I relaxed and spent time with my husband. He actually called in sick to work to support me and be with me, and I really needed that. Usually I would have been like, no, go to work, I'm fine, but I knew I needed him. Got my eyebrows done, so that was a little bit of happy, even though it's my aunt that she cuts Wes's hair and she does my eyebrows for me, and she knows that I'm not my normal self, and it's so hard not being me right now. It's so hard walking, I feel like with this cloud over my head, and I'm reassuring other people as much more. I'm reassuring other people more than I'm reassuring myself. And so when I see other people, I feel like I need to take care of them rather than take care of myself. And so that was kind of difficult. It's kind of the first family member. A lot of my family lives out of town, because my first family member, I think, that I've, you know, spoke to about this, or who has seen me since this has happened. Everybody else is just emails and on the phone, because they're all out of town, and she was the first one that I saw in person. And yeah, so that's hard. But yeah, anyways, so I got my eyebrows done. We put our tree up. You can see behind me. Thought I'd give everyone a nice view of that. It is beautiful. It's 9 feet high, and I just love it. It's just, oh, I just love it. It's beautiful. Anyways, so we did that, and watched a show, and just took care of me, and focused on being happy. And I got 2 flower orders. I'll show you some of them. This one is so beautiful. It's just beautiful. And a beautiful card with a really nice quote in it, and that was from my cousin. And I got another flower bowl from an old coworker and her 2 daughters that made a really good connection with. And so that was Project Happy yesterday, and it's still Project Happy today. Project Happy every day. That's my goal. I'm not going to get better if I'm not mentally happy. So that was yesterday. Along with changing to gluten-free for now, I'm really taking on those small portions throughout the day. I was eating small portions, and I was eating quite often, but not like it says. I should be having 6 to 8 meals a day. And that's not necessarily a snack. That's not like 3 meals and 3 snacks. That's 6 to 8 meals per day. So, and for those of you who know me, I have big eyes and I have not so much of a big stomach, but I will shove whatever goes into my eye, whatever my eyes see, I'll shove into my stomach because I love food, love it. And I always eat that, part of my weight gain problem, part of my whole healthy being before getting into this healthy lifestyle was my portion control. Something I've always struggled with. I always want more. I always want seconds. I always want, if I'm full after dinner, my eyes want dessert, and that's just how I've always been. So I'm really, really adopting and having to focus and think about what I'm putting on my plate. So literally, I just had my gluten-free, dairy-free fettuccine Alfredo asparagus thing. It was like this big. It was teeny tiny. And my friend's coming over for eggs, so I'm going to have eggs in a little bit. And those are my 2 meals for this evening. And that's to help me digest better. I'm supposed to also eat slower. And as a Petrie, that's my maiden name, it's a trait. It's a family trait that you eat as fast as you possibly can. And there's no rhyme or reason for it. In that generation, my father's generation, they did grow up quite poor. And so their plates, when they got food, they ate that food. And they ate it fast because it might be the only meal that they get that day, that week. And so I don't know if I just grew up watching my dad shovel his food so fast. You get hiccups after because you eat that fast. And that is a family trait. That is a Petrie family trait. And I've elected that. So I'm really having to consciously chew slower and swallow slower and take smaller bites and eat smaller meals, and so I'm focusing more on that. I was supposed to go away this weekend to Fairmont, and our friends have a cabin there right now for the weekend, and there were supposed to be 4 couples of us going. Now there's only 2, and I'm very disappointed about not being able to go. I thought maybe I would after how good of a weekend I had last weekend, but for how bad I've had it this week, it's not logical. And I've missed a lot of work, so Friday, working 4 hours is better than working no hours at this point. And then to me, it's not really worth it to drive 5 hours to get there and then just leave Sunday morning really early. And then I have to bring all my own food now. And, if I'm going to be sick in bed all weekend, I feel like I'll regret going and being miserable more than I'd regret not going. And there may be an option to go sometime in the future. So it's not a huge loss. But we have tickets for Disney World next month. Just over 3 weeks, just over. And thinking positively, I'm going to be better by then. I thought I was going to be better by now. So my husband is really he's on the positivity train. He's put his positive pants on. He said, I'm going to have a good time regardless of if I'm sick. If we're just walking around and going back to the hotel to lay down and walking around and go back to the hotel, that's our trip. And we have our whole lives ahead of us that, if we need to have a redo, we'll have a redo. So that's something I have to think of realistically, if I'm going to be okay to travel, if I'm going to be okay. Because when I travel, I'm not relaxing traveling. That's not me. I usually need a vacation from my vacation because I vacation so hardcore. So that's something that I've been thinking about, but we'll take it as it comes. And because we were supposed to be going to Fairmont this weekend, I was going to be missing out on both my work Christmas parties, both for Sun Life and Good Life. And so I actually get to go to both of them now. So it's a free meal, 2 free meals. We'll see what I can eat at them. That's going to be the biggest struggle because I've just been eating at home and I feel like I'm trapped eating in my own home. Tuesday, or Wednesday morning, I really felt trapped that I bawled my face off. So let's hope to God that I don't bawl my face off at my Christmas party tomorrow. And because I didn't expect to be going, I don't really have a dress, you know, that usually I buy a dress for a Christmas party every year because I don't ever wear dresses. So I'm just going to wear the dress that I wore on my bachelorette party last year, and I'll look cute and maybe straighten my hair, put some lipstick on, get it together. Let's see. I am still going a lot throughout the day, not as much as at the beginning. It's not every hour on the hour, even though Tuesday for 5 hours it was. I still feel like I have to go a lot, but when I go, hardly anything comes out, or it's just blood that comes out and no stool. So I'm starting to feel bloated and constipated because it's not passing through as easily as it was. And I don't know if that's the medication stopping it, but then I'm still eating, so where is it going? So I kind of worried about that. I made a call to my doctor today, my family doctor, because I still didn't get my iron results, and told her that I'm still having pretty bad symptoms, and my work note said I could return to work full-time Monday. I've only worked part-time this week. I did work today. I didn't mention that. I did work today for 5 hours. So we'll see if I have to be part-time a bit longer. I really have to be realistic at this point because my mornings are bad, and I don't feel like I can get there at 8 o'clock every day because I'm usually go 3 times before 11. So we'll see. Hopefully I'll hear back from my doctor. I still didn't ask the doctor about cramping, but when I was looking online about gluten-free and all of that, a symptom of ulcerative colitis is cramping. So I'm just going to say it's that. So that's fine. And I think that's everything I have to talk about. Work still sucked today. I don't feel like I belong there right now. I know people are stupid. It's just, that's just the truth of it. But like I've said in every video, there's so many amazing people out there right now who have reached out to me and said just the most amazing things. I feel like I should compile them all, and it'll be my Project Happy book. That'd be nice. So yeah, just taking care of myself mentally, physically, trying other options now to get better, and just continuing with the medication. I haven't started the enemas yet. I was too distraught Tuesday night and Wednesday all day. So I went to fill it today, but it's something that I have to order, so won't be starting until tomorrow at the earliest. I got turmeric finally. So that's just 1 turmeric pill a day, so hopefully that helps with the inflammation. That's a big goal. I mean, to me, I care more about having a solid poo than I care about the inflammation and the bleeding, because having nothing come out and sitting there on the toilet for so long. And bathrooms are so boring, especially the ones at work. And I mean, I feel stupid bringing my phone in there, but I don't know how long I'm going to be in there for. So I'm counting tiles on the floor and like twiddling my thumbs and just sitting there and humming and hawing and sighing. And bathrooms are so boring. So I don't want to be in them as much anymore, but I want a solid poo. I want a solid poo so bad that I dreamt about it the other night. I dreamt I had a solid poo. And then, of course, I told everybody that I dreamt I had a solid poo. Now I'm telling you. Everybody, I dreamt that I had a solid poo, and it was glorious, and I cannot wait for that day. And I think this might be the first place I share it. No, probably not. No, I'll tell my husband. He's never much of a poo person. When we first dated, it's like he never pooed. It was like a secret. And now, I mean, it's all out there, and nothing can faze me anymore. Even a coworker today was talking about how she's eating salads every day. You know, and it's thanks to me, and because I have a healthy lifestyle, and that's what I was doing before all of this, was salads every day. And I said to her, well, your shit probably stinks a lot. And she was like, what? Like, she couldn't quite process what I said to her. And then she started laughing after I said it. But yeah, that's my life now. Me and Pooh, we're great. Me in the bathroom, I spend so much time in there. I feel like I should put a chair in there, put a couch in there, put a TV in there, put a phone in there. I read a pin, and I'm going to quote it terribly, but it said something about, if I've talked to you on the phone during a flare-up, I've probably talked to you while taking a shit. And I haven't done that yet, almost. I thought about it because I get phone calls a lot when I'm in there lately from doctor's offices and flower companies yesterday, my grandma and my grandparents, and I get a lot of phone calls. So I feel like I want to just hit that answer button while I'm sitting on the toilet, but I haven't really stooped that low yet. I mean, if I'm in there all day long, maybe I'll think about it. But for now, let's keep those sounds separate. The phone sounds and the poo sounds separate. They're no gone. But I did try and record my stomach because I keep saying that they're animalistic sounds and I want you guys to hear them, but I can't record them when they're happening. As soon as I hit record, it stops. Sorry, this is another long video, but I just wanted to update everybody to tell everyone that I'm better than Tuesday. Mentally, I don't know about physically. Physically, I'm about the same. So I'll see my dietitian tomorrow morning. I'll see my acupuncturist tomorrow morning as well. Work for 4 hours, go to a Christmas party. So it seems like a pretty busy and good day. And maybe the busy is what will help me, because that's my normal. That's my old normal. My new normal, I sit around at my house a lot. And I know I need to mentally accept everything, but I kind of need a distraction here and there. And so yeah, that's all. That's all for today. Thanks for listening. Have a good weekend if I don't talk to you from then. And stay happy and stay healthy. And that's it. Bye.